Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In honor of the new Barbie movie coming out, I had to make you guys this beautiful pink pasta, and I'll be uploading some other Barbie related food soon. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so first we're going to start with some beets. You can use fresh beets or canned beets. I just could not get my hands on any fresh beets this weekend. So I'm using canned, and I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil, some thyme, some rosemary, some sage, and some salt, and place that in the oven. And then we are going to boil some water for our noodles. You can use any noodles you want, but I just feel like the bow look matches the Barbie look. I don't know. I had a thought. Just walk with me, okay? Let that cook in boiling hot water for about 12 minutes. You can also test it just to make sure. And then take your beets out of the oven. They should be nice and cooked like this. Then we're just going to pop those into a blender and mix them up. You can use a food processor. And if you are really feeling strong, you can crush them up with like a little smasher. But again, I just go ahead and pop that in the blender. I also saved about 1/4 of the juice from the beets. If you are using fresh beets, you probably won't have any juice, so it's definitely not necessary. I just preferred it just to blend up my beets really well. If you don't have that, you can just use a little bit of water or some milk or some cooking wine. And that's only if you're having issues blending the beets without any liquid in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this up for about 5 minutes until it is very, very, very combined and the beets are completely crushed. It should look like a blueberry smoothie, but trust me, it does not taste like one. Once that is well blended, go ahead and heat up a pot on the stove with some olive oil, and we're going to go in first with our cut up shallot. You can also replace this with an onion, and then I'm going to go in with my fresh garlic. And I'm just going to mix that in and just make sure we are watching. As I say this 1,000 times, garlic burns extremely quickly. So just be careful and mindful and just make sure we're sauteing that for about another 5 to 8 minutes. At this point, you should be able to smell all the beautiful garlic and shallots in the air. And then you're just going to pour in your beet puree. And I like to season this part just to make it a little bit easier to combine. So I'm going to go ahead and add in all of my seasonings, which I have listed below. Now we're just going to go ahead and mix in those seasonings very, very well. This puree is extremely thick, so just make sure you are really, really mixing those seasonings in. And then I'm going to go in with my whipping cream, but I'm actually using only half right now because, like I said, the puree is extremely thick, so mixing it can be kind of hard and messy. So do this part very, very slow when you're mixing in the milk. And you can also use this to adjust how pink or how red you want your pasta. So as you can see, that kind of took me some time to get that milk really mixed in there. And I'm just going to go in with my cooking wine. And we're just going to give that a good mix. And just be very careful, like I said, with this mix because the beets are just very thick and it's just going to get really, really messy really fast. And now I'm going to go in with the other half of my heavy whipping cream. You don't have to do it that way. I just thought it was a little bit easier because, like I said, the beets are like extremely thick and mixing it in was just hell. Once the rest of the heavy whipping cream is mixed in, I'm going to go in with some lemon juice. As you may or may not know, beets do have a little bit of sweetness to it, so the lemon juice is definitely helping with that and just adding a little bit more flavor to it. Once everything is combined and you have the pink that you are looking for, you can go ahead and take those noodles out and place them into your sauce and give them a good mix. If you do want your pasta a little bit more pink, you can go ahead and just keep adding in more heavy whipping cream and more cooking wine. And if you wanted it a little bit more on the red side, you would just do the opposite. And if you're worried about not liking beets, I promise you would not taste it in this pasta at all. It is just for that pretty pink color. And then I'm just going to top my pasta with some fresh chicken. You can also use shrimp, or you can also eat the pasta by itself. Let me know how your Barbie pasta came out and what else you guys want to try.